Welcome back everyone to Let's Play Shadow Empire, episode number 8/9 of this preview, beta, whatever you want to call this series. Yeah, so I looked up administrative strain and it is more or less what I was talking about. Not quite, let me just describe what it is. You get administrative strain for if you have production going on beyond 6 hexes away from your main center, and that the strain, is proportional to the amount of production going on out there versus within 6 hexes. So in our case, the more stuff we add to the city itself is gonna drop the. That's why the strain has dropped, is because I'm increasing the stuff here and decreasing the stuff. I mean, there's just no growth outside. So what that means is I'm also going to be very careful not to too much increase things beyond 6 hexes. I think a little bit can be tolerated, but we'll just, by even increasing our production of things here, and then maybe actually let's go down here and decrease this production down to 50%, even though it is a big source of rare metals, which I'm pretty I don't want to lose. But that's going to decrease. Well, let's just do down to 75%. 89, that's pretty low. 89, is that what we're dropping to these days? 89, 78? This cannot be just because of, what does this do to? I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I'm no longer sure what's going on here. Something bad is happening, and we're losing rare metals. What is requiring rare metals? Good gracious, I don't know what's going on. Okay, none of these are. Oh, okay. The solar panels require rare metals. That is completely okay. You're allowed to take them. We do have 1.5. Well, 2 more turns total, but okay. So that's administrative strain. I'm not 100% sure why we're losing everything, but hopefully it'll just become clear over time. Okay, the other things, decisions. Let's do the decisions. BP reaches 429. It's at 383. That's a gimme. Salaries. Somebody commented maybe the secretary is based on your advisor. I thought this was just there's an advisor position, but let's see if that's true. Ivy Benusian.
Affirmative.
No. Only my actual advisor cares about that? Well, look at. I can't do it. Okay, we'll wait 1 turn and then we'll drop his salary back down. I don't know how to make Ivy happy. I don't even know if it matters to make her happy. It might just be completely independent. Supreme, I think we're going to shift back towards political power here, seeing as our political power is on the down, and I keep strangling the Supreme Council for resources. So we'll move this back up. Military objective. I really am curious about this advanced sensors. I'm not sure I've ever gotten it. I think I may have, but I'm not sure what I ever did with it. And here's quite a choice. We have a black market, which we can either close down and get a one-time bonus of 1,400, or we can let them be and gain 100 credits per turn. So 14 turns is your crossover point. I think I'd rather let them be and get a permanent income increase. Yeah, meritocracy. Let's see, how are we doing as far as profile goes? So we have logical thought. We just don't want to drop below 50 for this. Well, we're doing completely okay on that. We actually have a chance for universal truth, which is cultural adjustment. That's not a super big deal to me right now. Administration rolls plus 40 would be insane. We'd also have this tough NCO, and what does this do? Receive 50% bonus on their defense value. By the way, I know I mentioned this, but I kind of thought about this after the fact, and anyone attacking them suffers a 50% penalty on their attack. I guess that is different than 50% bonus on their defense value. Does it matter? I don't know. I guess it depends on how the game mechanics work. No, yeah, it does matter. So the 50% bonus to your defense means you're less likely to die. 50% penalty to their attack. No, that also means you're less likely to die. Yeah, I don't know. Can't really figure it out. Or is 50% penalty to attack mean you're less likely to die, but 50% bonus to your defense, does that mean that you're more likely to kill them on the defense? I'm not sure, but okay, let's not spend too much time sweating the small stuff. In the end, I think I'm going to go with meritocracy just because it affects my economic council and my military research council, gives us more, and I get the money. So, I mean the money per turn, which is, in my opinion, better. So we'll do that. We have no decisions left. Strategies, I think it's probably time for us to start using the spies we have, and I think the target I'd like to go for right now, God, the Picard commune is huge. It's not the Picard commune, but the Omicron, the White Land, because I want to possibly invade these people. Critical success. We only need 3 spies, so we got 3 spies with only 2 cards. We might be interested in looking at this group as well. Critical success. So it looks like we're going to be able to... We will be viewing that one as well next turn. Fantastic. Or does it happen this turn? I don't think so. Another thing I want to do is I want to start offering protection. This is going to be a little bit weird, but I'm going to offer protection to whoever of these 2 I want to invade first. Oh. We're now at war with both of these folks? How did this happen? How did this happen? I don't know. Okay, alright, we'll rally the troops. Oh my god. We're at war, folks. I didn't even know. Well, I mean, this obviously is huge change. Yeah, forget about trying to get... now we need to move everyone to the northeast. Are they... Yeah, I think they are actually moving in, too. Oh my gosh. Well, this is gonna, you know, we were wondering what we might want to do. Well, now we know. We're going to take Light Peak first. Try to get these guys consolidated. We'll start moving forces up. Somebody provided a really good comment. They asked me, why are you working only in absolutes? Why not work in you know, less than absolutes? The big question I have is, I'm not sure how much... production, how much logistics needs to reach this place in order to return this amount. I think it's just 1 per. So let's just count this up. Let's do an experiment and see if it works. Let's try to undershoot it by a little bit, constrain ourselves very slightly. Yeah, so I think we'll just try to constrain ourselves a small amount, and try to see. So this is only going to cost 70, and right now if we go to logistics, like, okay, 1700 is reaching there, so I just assume 100 should be enough. Let's cut off this by 80%. So I think 80% should mean that this will drop down to 1/5, which will be still like 300. So even that should be plenty. Okay, good. So this is good. Actually, this is quite good. I could probably constrain this as well. We don't need. Let's just put 60% going that direction, and then 0% going this direction. Well, we don't need to put 0% going that direction now. We can just cut that again by probably. Actually, let's just say none. We're already cutting it off a lot of the movement that way. So, well, yeah, let's actually cut it off just by 40%. So 60%, then 40%. We're dealing with, like, you know, not a whole lot is going to be traveling down this line. We probably actually can cut it off a little bit more than that. Sorry, 60%. Let's do 60% twice. So only like 30% will be reaching this direction. Wait a second, that doesn't make sense. It'd be 40% going here and then 40% of that. So yeah, only 16% will be reaching this direction. That seems reasonable to me as well. That's what I'm doing, right? 60% is stopped versus all. Yeah, okay, good. So 60%. So a lot of it will be cut. And then the same thing over here. We don't really need all of this going this direction, so let's just, again, logistically cut. Let's cut 60%. Oh, whoops, not there. 60% going this way. Because right now we have 900. How much do we need? Yeah, we only need, again, oh, this is maybe a little bit more, so let's just cut 40%. Ugh, wrong one again. The logistics simulation, every nerd's dream. Probably don't need all. I think this is a good point, that we're probably just overdoing it by cutting all. If we do 80%, then not much will be wasted going this direction, but it'll be enough probably to at least get people supplied. So it's a really good point. Yeah, and we'll fine-tune things as we see, and I'll just eventually, probably in my head, figure out either intuitively what I need to be doing as far as cutting things based on numbers, or the best thing is I'll know the exact formula for everything, and that would be the best, because then I could just do the math. Let's also build a road over here, just to keep extending towards this troop, which right now is cut off, and probably that's for reasons of lack of supply. Why are you used? Oh, I think it might be because of traveling through the forest, which organics 12 versus, 20 versus 12, right? Yeah, 20. So that means it's basically counting as 2. So yeah, in the forest we should only be able to go basically only 2 hexes without being cut off, instead of the 4 that we were able to go on plains. So that makes sense that this guy's, and that means that this is actually not going to help entirely. He'll still only be yellow. But yellow is better than blue, which is kind of weird too. I know most people would probably not associate blue as being worse than yellow. But it alternates colors. It probably shouldn't. I don't know. Maybe it should go green, blue, yellow, red. Yeah, probably. But I don't want to. I made so many suggestions to Vic. Someone else needs to start suggesting these things. So yeah, there we go. Our first episode taking 10 minutes, but a lot of valuable input, and I think a lot of good changes. Also noticing that what you know, holy hell, we're at war. It's kind of a big startling moment, startling revelation. I think that means it is time to upgrade our unit here. Current troop, upgraded troop quantity. So we are at 4,500. We need 10,000 more. So that means that 2/3 of the total cost is 2/3 of the total cost. Yes, that's 800 times 5. Yeah, so okay, 8,000 times. No, I can do math. If you have, what's the ratio? That's what I'm curious about. It's 800 to 200. So 800 to 200. So it's 4 to 1. It's 4 to 1. And if you go 14,000, why is it 14,000? 14,000 divided by 4 is 350. So that means 700. So it'll be 700 and 2,800 per division. It's kind of a weird number, but I don't know. Yeah, I guess that's what it is. You subtract 500 from each because that's the headquarters itself. So you're left with, we have 4,000 right now, which is 800 each. Perfect. You'll be left with 14,000, which is, yeah, as I said, 350 is the base times 8 in this case is 2,800. Yeah, and then 4,000 machine. No, this is actually 45,000. So it's 900. Did I do something wrong? Because the machine guns. 900 machine guns. Huh, the ratio does change. 450? Wait, is it 450? 900? 1,800. 1,800 times 5 definitely is not 14,000. No, I don't know. This is 45,000. Boy, I really sweated. I really talked about this a lot, but this is definitely 900 machine guns per. And if it's the same 4 to 1 ratio, that means that it should be 36. Oh, yeah, here we go. 3,600 times 5 is way too much. Nope, nope. It just the ratio changes, I guess. Well, we'll find out by we're just going to do it. We're going to upgrade. And we're not going to upgrade again. So this is going to need reinforcements, which means we're going to need to replenish some troops in a hurry. What? No. Let's just go over here and start cranking them out. How many is this? So it's divided by 100. So it was 14,000. We need 10,000 divided by 100. They made things easy on me. I need 100. 10,000 divided by 100 is 100. So we got to produce this. The total cost is 300, 500, 10,000. We're looking good, and I think that we're just going to produce this. We'll have it. We might. I think that's exactly as many as I need, but if we're off by any, we'll just have a few left over. Oh, it says how many we need. 3,500. Hey, I'm such a stupid person. It's right there. 3,500. So 35 then. That's what we need, and we'll get. Fantastic. All right, there we go. We now have a core, which we can move in, and probably that's going to be enough. So the great news is, as soon as we have artillery, I don't think we have. This is long term. Damn, gotta get going. No models. I want to overview the models. Have we got the artillery one yet? No, we don't have artillery models yet. So they're under design right now. Maybe I should call my military model design person. Priorities. Let me emphasize that right now we actually need models more. So flip-flop your priorities. We need that. Okay, good. We'll get the artillery going. Once that's done, we'll flop. I'll actually call them, and I think it was a her, and flop that back. Flip-flop, flip-flop. Bring it back to where it was. This should be an asset. Oh, this is where the black market is. Way up here. Okay. Well, it's making money. That's all I care about. And hot baths. Good. Okay, so that's all we want to do for this turn. We probably want to keep our recruits coming in, though. We want 15,000. We can get a second core, which would be good. Probably not a core of the machine gun stuff this time. And I'm asking myself now, would it have been better, instead of getting a core, maybe to get a second machine gun brigade? I don't know. That's a good question. I haven't balanced that out in my head. Normally I fight a little bit later against majors. Okay, well, okay. We're just ending the damn turn because it's been 20 minutes talking about one turn, so there's nothing more I can say about this one. We'll see how it all works out next turn. So let's see, are the white staff, white, whatever, flag peak, are they coming after me? Well, this is Picard doing their work. I'm most interested to see what's going on with Flag Peak. And these guys have been annoying me to no end as well. I think they went back to get supply, and now that they have a little storage of supply, they can move forward again. +9 for unrest, not a big deal because we kept a promise. That's a rarity. Personal armor optimization. We've discovered a number of ways how we can improve the efficiency of our suits and personal armor. None are revolutionary, but further research will add up. We developed a new artillery called the Loader. You can change the name, and we actually discovered a new model, the mechanized artillery. So good. I actually want to, as I just mentioned, move that back. The Model Design Council doesn't seem that important right now. I think I'll lock Supreme Command Council at 8% because political points are not going up. In fact, I might even increase them, but percent. Model Council I will drop to 18, let's say. Economic Council, I need to just... Yeah, I think I'll just leave it... No, let's actually increase this a little bit more. Because you can see the political points might be an issue soon, and that we don't want to... We want to get ahead of the curve. You know, just fight it before bad stuff happens. And this 2% has been taken by the models, so we could actually... Yeah, but I think that's okay. Models... We don't need a lot of the designs, do we? With new technology, we're going to want new models, so... Okay, let's keep this the same. And we'll just take 2 points off the Economic Council. They probably won't mind much.
Affirmative.
Not too much. And okay, so you, mechanized artillery or light tank. I think light tank has to be next. We do have high velocity guns. Are we running into anti-tank stuff? No, but I suspect that tanks... Okay, light tanks actually should be used against infantry troops, so let's prioritize speed on these. in which case the first thing we actually want to do is figure out what kind of engines we have available to us. Let me just take a measure as we're going here. I've done this 1,000 times, but I never remember. Okay, so 100 weight, let's say 125 weight. So 225, and we can put a medium on. So we have options for 200 and 300. Okay, 200 and 300 are our choices. And it's 125 for the armor I want. Which means if we go with a very, very light gun, we can very easily get the lighter engine and make these very, very light tanks. Probably easy to produce. We do run into RPG troops though, so I think I'm going to go with, okay, the heavier one, 300. We do a 40mm howitzer gun. And this is going to 350, so this will be 350. We will be slightly overweight, but I think it's going to be okay. It might be a slightly slower light tank, but we can always redesign it if it's terrible. So we're 350, our engine is rated for 300, so I think that'll just impact the amount of movement points it takes to enter a hex. Essentially, the tank won't be able to move as far in one turn. But I still think that that's okay. Boy, you guys have just gone and really pissed me off. The miners don't get anything more than rifle militia, I don't think, so they're not really, they're supposed to be, I'm trying to abstract them. Oh wow, we do have a lot of information. Good lord, this group has, just look at how long Iron Space is. Which is great for us because we got a glimpse of the entire coast of this big sea. Which for some reason is not frozen. 21, oh, it's actually quite hot. Actually, the poles are very warm. Is this a very warm planet? Good lord, 53 degrees. We need an environment. You need an envirosuit for the temperature, that's for sure. Good 53. It's like, if you're outside, you're simply dead. You're simply dead. It's like 120 degrees Fahrenheit, if my guess is correct. Should be pretty easy. 9/5 of 50 is 90 plus 32, 122. That's pretty damn hot. Okay, so should we start? I don't want to move against them yet. How are we doing? Wow, look at that. Probably this is due to logistics. Let's take a look at logistics and see how we're doing. I did end the turn, right? This is a new turn. Oh, current. Sorry, yeah, current is what I want. And it was just what I thought. 3,300 got there, which was enough, I guess. And look at whatever problem we were having, it must have been related to logistics. Because everything's back to normal. Or was it related to, no, administrative strain is fine. So I think maybe it was power related. I don't exactly know. Oh, maybe the way power works is that it's first dragged out from the power pool and then it's put, so let's say I have 50 and I'm making 100 and I have a 75 for demand. If the 75 is demanded with the 50 before the 100 is put in, then I'm short. That's probably what was happening. Okay, now it all makes sense. It's all making sense. I was just actually running low on power. And that's not something that's going to be a concern because we're actually making a ton of power right now, which is great. So that means I can go back and any of these which I had decreased, we can increase again. Alright. That's so much better. Okay, we figured it out. So it wasn't the logistics, but my logistics looks good. If we go back to used, everyone here is getting enough. It was 42 demanded there, 126 was demanded here. So I see the 168 was actually taken out, and that 168 dropped to 126 because minus the 42 that was used. It's all starting to make sense. Ah, this is so good. Okay, so let's put away that for now because we're not running into any problems. Let's bring our units back. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling like really good. Like I'm got a better grasp of what's going on. We learned something in the process too. So let's get more assets. Lots and lots of assets. We can probably do higher industry now. 4 turns, 7,500, 750. So we're at the amount. We already have the necessary metal, and we'll be making more industrial points, which means railroads. which I think we ought to start making. Yeah, we have enough fuel that we can probably do that. Another thing I'd like to do is get a water reservoir, because we're maxed on water, but it's always nice to have some storage there. So let's start construction of that. Just gonna go crazy, because we're finally, we've bridged the gap. The big gap was having, getting the actual power under control. It looks like that was the huge thing, and not only are we getting that under control, we have the next one queued up, which is going to improve the power situation immensely. Now, obviously, we're going to need it, because we have bureaucratic offices for this sitting here and going to cost a ton. Everything here is at 100%. Want to make sure the hospital's back. People probably are happy. Oh yeah, +4 happiness, insane. And fear is just going to keep dropping. Militancy is going to go away, but that's fine. It just means we won't have more militia. Now, I do want to raise another formation. Let's see what we have as far as brigades go. We could get a motorized brigade. 550 trucks and 5,500 infantry. What? Never mind. I didn't realize that would take 11,000 people. That's a motorized light infantry brigade. Oh my god. So that means that each motorized takes 10 units, 10 people. Last I checked, a truck is driven by 1 person. How many people are needed to drive these damn trucks? Let's go to the model, because I'm a little bit incredulous here. May have to disagree. Okay, let's pretend that it's not just 1 person though, because maybe it includes people for maintenance, but still you'd have to imagine not more than 1 person for maintenance per truck, because it's probably 1 person of maintenance for every 10 trucks or something. Models overview, more info. There we go. Well, it doesn't tell us exactly. Hauler is a fine name for you. You carry 5. Oh, good. So we have an extremely overpowered engine, which means that our move modification is 20%. This is what's impacted because our light diesel engine is more than we need it to do. This is doing more than we need it to. I guess it depends on what it's pulling, though, right? Anyway, okay, let's look at the details of this. Oh, okay, I see details gives us that, but I want more info on this one. So it gives us 63 and 126. That's not actually that high. 150 millimeters, I feel like that could have been better. By comparison, let's just take a look at what the militia version is. Irregular, 4080. So 4080 versus 63 126. Yeah, not that great, in my opinion. Okay, but it's still good. I mean, it's good enough. And hey, I know what we're going to do. We are going to construct... I want these to be motorized. Can I do that? Not construct, but raise formation. Independent units, not with HQs now. We want artillery being pulled. So this is going to be 1,000. Okay, so now this is where the money's going to come in. Can I not? Oh, 0%. Oh, that's probably because I clicked on a hex in the middle of nowhere. Wherever you click in the hex, this is where it wants to raise the formation. It'll build it wherever you want using the logistical network to put the units there. But it requires the logistical network. We don't have a logistical network over here. So let me do that. And raise formation. Just here is fine. I don't need to use my logistical network to put it anywhere, because I'm going to make this motorized so that the artillery can get around pretty easily. Yeah, now you can see we have 100%. So 1,000, we could get a... I mean, I kind of want to get a lot of these. I really like them. Who doesn't like artillery? So... raise formation. What am I missing? What am I missing? What am I missing? %. Items. Why is this going to take rare metals? Oh, no, it takes 225, 1,225, 0, takes 15, which we have. Takes 2 of our 166, takes 275. I don't see the problem. Takes 20. Oh, we have no... we have no ammunition. Okay, fair enough. So we need 200, 2,000. Let's get 2,000 ammunition. Look at everything about this game is so cool. We're going to get 2 turns done in this, but I have to say that this is still one of my favorite episodes. We're doing so many cool things. 1 ammo cost, 0.1 metal, 0.1 industrial points. We're going to get 2,000 ammunitions. Probably just ammunition. Or, yeah, ammunitions. I don't know. Shells. I don't know if ammunition should be ever plural. But let's just buy 2,000, which will keep everyone happy for a while. And now we should be able to raise the formations that we wanted. Yeah. So look at that. Ammunition, 130. Wow, these are going to take a lot. We can raise it, and we'll do 1 more as well. We can only get 75, huh? Oh wow, we're down. So industrial points are just huge. We're only gonna build 1 then for now. Yep, there it is. There's my load. Oh, okay. So this is cool. Building 1 of those doesn't give me 10 or 20. It gives me 50. Of course, I knew that, but I had to be reminded by seeing the unit created again. So this is an independent. It answers only to the first Supreme headquarters. We should probably look at trading money. Do we need anything as far as money goes? Metal is actually at this point with the new industrial thing being built, I would say not something we want to sell, or actually we could, and we could just increase the metal production. Wow, we're going to do that because 250 has a ton of money. Sell that, we're going to get 1,300 credits, and that's perfect because what we're going to do, actually 1,500, because the Supreme Headquarters guy, he really knows what he's doing. We can buy some parts with the extra money, which are insanely expensive now. We'll be able to produce machinery pretty soon, so I think that the 3 high-tech, I know that they're very expensive, but I just want to have them for a rainy day. I think I'll just get 2 at this price because it is pretty prohibitively expensive, but I've seen high-tech stuff take like 6 months to build, so having 12 total gives us 2 6-month build projects, and then we can figure out where the rest of the money's going to come from, or where the rest of the high-tech parts will come from there. Okay, food, we don't want to sell, it's too low of a price. Not really, it's a commodity I'm still a little bit uncertain about. Rare metal is always a good thing to buy. In fact, how much? I mean, you're costing 10, yikes. It's pretty expensive. We only have 59 available to build, to buy. Let's just buy 50. Oh, got it. 538. Well, we just made a ton of money, 3,500. So we just made a ton of money. I think I'm going to do it. Cost us only 512, which is good. Selling fuel. We are pretty positive on it, but we also are going to start building more motorized units, so fuel may be an issue even in the future. Yeah, okay, so that's good for that. Get to the action, Tortuga. I know, I'm excited too. Why did this guy... Why is he black? Oh... Right, because we're very, very, very short on the number of people that are needed to replenish things. Yeah, but I'm on it. I fixed it. I fixed the problem. I did it. I think we're fine now. Which one is this, actually? This is... First SH. Oh, right. So this is the one that needs to get all those troops from the Supreme, and yeah, we'll see all of these units being increased greatly, and they're all increasing. I'm glad that I upgraded these, so we have pretty good troops going to be moving around now. I think I will send the militia up here. Can they take that by themselves? No, probably not. But with the artillery, maybe. I want to make sure we keep the Galactic Republic troops alive too. Alright, let me pause real fast and just see what else I want to do this turn. Okay, this is going to be a hilarious decision. I'm sure everyone's going to be laughing about this one, but after a long decision-making period, I've decided that I am going to declare the rebellion. I'm going to force the rebellion. And the reason for this, I can at least explain, is that I really don't want to have a rebellion break out, or I don't want to, execute this command. I don't want to do that when, I have more than one zone, because it could break out in any zone. It's one of those stratagems that is a nationwide one. So I'm going to do it as soon as I have my forces in position here. And And I'm going to do it because I also have these guys closing in, which could be a boon if they happen to be stopping. They happen to stop, basically, the... if they happen to stop the rebels, if they end up encountering the rebels, and I'm going to go to war with them after this, so a little bit of a weird decision here, but I am pretty confident that this is a good move. The best time to do it is to do it now. So with everyone in position, this guy's not quite over there, but hopefully, I mean, they probably will spawn there just to spite me, but it's okay, I can lose one recycling. This is only a recycling one. Hey, it's going to take away administrative strain, if anything, so now we're going to do it. We're going to do it. So this is a very eventful 2-turn video. I know. Okay, here we go. Let's see what the damage is. Okay, right here, which is bad for my logistics. Right here, which means I'm extremely happy that we have a unit there ready to defend. And should be 3. 1, 2. Am I crazy? Am I missing something? Okay, even better. There's only 2. There's probably like multiple units in one of these or something. No, I only see 2 units. Okay, it was a very light rebellion. Let's move people right in right away to deal with them. Which is not this unit because he's not ready yet. Who do we have here? 1,000 grunts. We do have oh! Well, that explains it. The HQ actually does get more units. It's up to 1,000 now. We need to push this guy out pretty quickly because he is blocking the road. So everything up here is not going to be supplied, or, you know, we will get no production from this. I guess it's only this. These guys are going to be out of supply. Oh, by the way, get the hell back here. You're going to be out of supply. Move as fast as you can. How the hell did this guy move so fast? That was... Oh, because infantry doesn't care if they move through the forest. They can still move 25 a pop. So these guys like motorized stuff likes being on roads, but infantry doesn't care if it's plains, forest, whatever. They just move through it. As we can see here, 25 for movement cost of foot. So they just don't care. The 25 for pretty much everything for them. We're gonna leave this unit here. I really hope that this unit doesn't get attacked because I don't want to lose my jetpack. Wait, is this the recycling center? I really don't want to lose my jetpack. I think I want to even present these units as a target. Although we'll lose... No, we're going to be out of supply no matter what anyway. So yeah, let's just do this to hopefully present another target of opportunity. Give them somebody else to attack. And essentially we're just going to wait for my army to come and clean them up. But yeah, I think that's all we can do. This is pretty interesting. So we got 6 fate points. We're up to 11. I think this is I think it was the right time to do it. Hey, we might as well just do a radiation leak all at the same time, right? We're just gonna accrue those fate points, and then hopefully we won't have to deal with this when we have more zones. Because the ones with yeah, the ones that are nationwide, it's nice to know where they're gonna happen, which we do now. So 38 minutes in, I guess we can end the turn, and basically that's gonna be the end of this video. I know it was, as I said, only 2 turns, which really is only 1.5, but we did get a lot done. So, okay. End the turn. I think we're good now. Construction-wise, before I... Oh, we're not quite. I want to do industries too because we are very low on industrial points. But right now, the funny thing is we're low on industrial points, but it still takes industrial points to make the industry. And we want to finish off a few of the things. The solar panels will finish next turn, as will the university. And I think the reservoir will also finish next turn because I think it won't be constrained. This one only takes 50 industrial points. So next turn we'll start doing the next level of the industry. Knowing that we're going to lose the production from here and the supply going out to any units north of this rebel. We just managed to park itself on the main artery of our logistics. So, quite unfortunate. I guess I can pause for this. Well, we'll run this one out. It's fine. We're going over 40 minutes no matter what. This game is just so great. You know, a lot of the fun in 4X games, I didn't do the black, you know, the fully shrouded You can do a fully shrouded start. To me, it doesn't really make sense in the lore. We'll have to like do a lore where we like fell onto the planet. We don't know anything about it. Man, these a-holes. Oh, but there was another. Okay, time of learning, research bonus points. That's great. Anti-tank gun. Oh, I mistook him for commune. This is actually very troubling because the most important thing is we don't want to lose any forces. We don't want to lose any territory to the commune. They've already taken all of this. I think we can do this attack this turn. So get back here as fast as you can. Unfortunately, moving them wears them out on readiness. But the good news is my artillery is also in this hex. And although this unit is technically the priority to free up supply, I know that all these people are completely out of supply. Actually, somehow they got supply from what? The road this way? How are you getting supply? Yeah, we're going around it. Well, they are trucks. I guess it makes sense. The trucks can actually go around it. Not these guys. Okay, so that's fine. They're going to just stay out of supply. We're going to have to do an attack on this unit. Probably an attack on both units. I really don't appreciate this. I think I'm going to actually do this just to stop them from moving any further. I'm just going to have to hold the line here. Hopefully they aren't so brazen as to push any further. Because I don't want to lose the old library, which is giving me a research point. No, BP is even better. Oh, essentially it's research points either way. Militia learns from experience. We'll say yes to this. Otherwise they would get more experience, which would be great. But enforcement reaches at least 39. Are you crazy? This will lower... Wait, did we get a new... We did. No, we're going to refuse. I don't care that you don't like me. You don't have any growth in the... You don't have any population. Resettlement. Picard wants us to accept 1,600 refugees. This is plus meritocracy minus government. Oh man, I kind of like the government that we finally built up, but okay. Let me just make sure the management, government. Workers' rights would give me worker happiness. I don't need that. I do not need that. Public economy bonus is nice. Okay, so we'll take that. Yeah, it's making these other ones happy, especially military research guys. Always good to keep happy. Plus 2 points. Not a whole lot. Those decisions are done. Okay, so the big decision is whether or not to attack here this turn. Move here, 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 and attack. Alright, 2 to 1. Good lord. So 20%, one of these is, there it is, the attack saturation. It's not good. That's not good at all. That we're not going to win this. So let's get this unit here or here. Well, let's get him here and have him do some bombardment first. What do they have? Switch over to graphical so I can see. Oh, they're getting hits. All right, we're doing some work.
Yes, sir. Roger that, sir.
Very nice. Very nice. Let's see what that... Oh, good reconnaissance on this one as well. We forced 2 to retreat from one group. They have MGs and RPGs. Yikes. We did lower their readiness a fair amount, their entrenchment a little bit, as well as a tiny bit for the morale. Does that improve the opportunity at all? It does. I mean, look at, we're up to... It's funny how this last one doesn't add anything. Minus 20. Oh, here we go. Overstack. Oh, stack. No, we're not overstacked. What are you talking about? We're at 144 out of 200. This modifier is applied if you're attacking with more stack points than can tactically be optimally deployed. This modifier is applied if you're attacking with more stack points than... What? Minus 7%. Uh-oh. Is this being applied multiple times? Okay, probably need to do a bug report here. So let me just wrap this video up here, right on the cusp of doing the attack, but I want to ask Vic about this. It looks like it's double applying this bonus. It probably is not. It's probably just my not understanding something. So the attack stack, yeah. But I don't know why it's applying it twice. So, readiness modifier and hit points. Readiness on attack values. Hit points. Oh, attack values, hit points. Okay, it all makes sense. It's not double counting it. This is on attack values. This is on hit points. So odds do drop. Wait, what? Yeah, 5 to 1. So we probably need to figure out which ones are the best. 7 to 1, 8 to 1, 7 to 1, 6 to 1. Okay, so this guy, it changes. 7, 8, 7, 8. Now we're at 4.3. We're now at 4.5. 4.7? What the hell is going on? It must be random. Okay, well anyways, I think I'm just gonna leave this one here. I really don't know how to deal with this. We don't have to, we probably won't end up killing this unit this turn then. I guess what I could do is just try to cut him off at least. I mean, this is the one choking off my supply too, so he is the higher priority. Wish I had seen this unit before. It would have been in good shape to deal with him. Anyway, is he guarding anything? No, just artillery. Okay. Alright, well then, like I said, we'll just wrap this one up. I'll see you back for the next episode where we have our work cut out for us. We're at war, and then we're at war, and then we're at war, and then we're at war, and I think that this will be like they're like dominoes, right? They're lining themselves up like dominoes to our superior machine guns who for some reason, even as full cores, do not have the means. It's probably because they're being replaced and they don't I mean, these are new units and they're green. That's probably the reason why. It was a mistake. It was a mistake to do that. Okay, fair enough. I figured it out. It was a mistake to reinforce and then immediately try to send them to war because they're getting reinforcements and it's kind of tough for them to manage. So they have green troops and they would have been better to leave them, even though they were not involved in war really, or only a couple of them. At least they had time to work up and were trained. So we'll figure out how I'm gonna solve this problem or really just make it worse in the next video. Until then, thanks for watching and take care.